T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. Monday nights, new breeder on the block. That's what this means. Episode 407, man. We got Bauds Exotic Reptiles. Super stoked for tonight, and you should be too. But what is good, man? I'm your boy MJ. If this is your first time hanging out with us tonight, what is good? Hope everyone's having a good start to your week. If not, this will help you for sure. But man, if you're into keeping reptiles, breeding, admiring, or just an overall pet keeper, whatever, man, if you love animals, this is a podcast to be a part of. So do me a favor. Hit that like button first and foremost. If you like Bauds Exotic Reptiles, like this is your homie, for sure. Hook him up. Get that like button up for him. But then hit that subscribe button, okay? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. You'll be on top of every single podcast, piece of content that I'll be putting out here on this channel. If you listen to Trap Talk Reptile Podcasts on all the major audio platforms such as Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Give me some feedback on those platforms. I really appreciate it. No matter where you listen to this, thank you so much. It means a lot. Now, 2024 is right around the corner. Big things, right? But one thing that if you want to take advantage of is going to be the exclusive content from Trap Talk, okay? So if you're looking for that exclusive content, if you rather tap in more than what you see here on each show, if you want a little bit of VIP access, if you want to hang out with the trappers, if you want to just build your network first and foremost, right, then do me a favor. Go down to the very first link in the description below, the very top link, click on it, and join the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Trap wow. As soon as you join the Trap Talk Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord, and that taps you in with over 180 trappers now, man. Over 180 in that Discord. That's so sick. But anyways, thank you so much, all my Patreon members, all my trappers out there. You guys are amazing. You guys are my heart. You guys know that. And big things come in 2024. Best believe. All right. And how can I forget every Sunday, one of the major perks of being part of the Patreon family, every Sunday we get together with my man Emilio and his V-Unit family, face-to-face hangouts, man. A lot more than just let's just type about it. No, man, let's look each other in the face and talk about it. You feel me? Big E, Top G in the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's good?
What's up? What's up? How you doing, guys?
Happy Monday, my man.
Happy Monday.
How are you?
I'm good. Rested.
Rested? Hey, listen, it's going to come natural. These podcast naps are very important. You got to get these naps in before. I mean, because listen, you're in the East Coast. I tip my hat to you. I know it's a little late for East Coast people on a Monday, but not Emilio does it. You can do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But dog, I'm stoked. You know, as we both know, Jeremy. Okay, and you know Genie as well. I haven't met Genie. I've obviously met her on Soundcheck. Real sweet lady, seems like, right?
Yeah.
But what can you tell us about tonight's guest, man? Because I know I'm stoked, but what do you know about them?
They're an amazing couple, and they both do the whole business together. She has her side, he has his. They also do it together. I mean, they're great people. I met them in Tinley. We hung out for a while. They're part of that Suspect fam.
Yes, all day.
You know, they're great.
Yep.
Got some amazing things going down, you know, in the Tampa area. So
Florida in general be hot, as Emilio will always be saying. I mean, and the V-Unit family kind of speaks numbers to that. There's a lot of Florida people in that family. So, hey, listen, the live chats are cracking. I do want to say respect to everyone in the chats, which we'll get to you guys right now. Before we move forward, I want to say tonight's episode is brought to you by my dog, Mark Bailey Reptiles. Please go to MORPH Market, type in Mark Bailey Reptiles. If you don't follow him already, follow him. He's very consistent and one of my favorite ball python breeders ever, in my opinion. Either way, cannot wait to hang out with Mark again. Best believe you'll see Mark at where? The Reptile Super Show. That's right. #1 show in the country Shout out to Rami. Been doing it. And the coolest thing about the Reptile Super Show coming in January is, you always find that new people that haven't been to the Reptile Super Show pull up. But guess who's pulling up to the Reptile Super Show in January? This guy. And this is why I'm like, yo, this is the kind of energy we need from the East Coast. We need somebody literally from the opposite side to pull up to a Reptile Super Show and show that respect and show like, yo, I'm trying to get my name out here as well. You can't just really favor one area of the country. There's a big fucking bone of meat of reptile keepers out there, and you got to go out there and get it, man. So kudos to you, man. You're about to go to your first Reptile Super Show. You stoked or what?
I can't wait, man.
Because if all goes well, right, the next step after visiting would be vending.
Yes, coast to coast.
That would be nuts. And I would honestly man, I would love to help you any way I can, because that just sounds stressful. But listen, I'm not, kudos to you. You do your homework, and you have a lot of people in your area that commit themselves cross country to vend, and that's a fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, shout out to Mark Bailey. I also want to say, man, shout out to Rare Genetic Inc. Shout out to Ben and Sean, the entire RGI crew. All right. Big things coming with the trap and RGI as far as updates. All right. We have something going to be rolling out here in 2024, which gives you more airtime with my man Ben. Let's just say that. All right. So that means we can really kind of get to more genetic talk and just more science type. Don't you think the nerdy shit is kind of interesting? I mean, you got to admit, right? And it also kind of just makes people have no choice but to engage more, you would say, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I know when I was in school and stuff like that, having biology and all that, I thought biology was cool, but I never thought I would actually get to this point of caring this much about genetics and stuff like that. And what's crazy is what I know, if I talk to the most normal person, they're like, holy shit, you know that much? So it's crazy how we already know as much as we know, but I want to know more. So
we know a lot in simple terms, but now we could get to take it to another level.
Yeah.
On the biology part of it, right?
Yep. So a lot of great things to come. Also, guys, more importantly, don't forget to support US ARC and US ARC Florida. All right. More importantly, I got to always mention US ARC Florida is huge, and we got to make sure we are doing what we got to do to stand by US ARCs and what they do for us. And I just want to say shout out to Phil Goss, shout out to US ARC Florida, shout out to you if you support US ARC. And yeah, man, I am stoked to see, dude, the chat. I haven't even really tapped in to see who's here, but the chats are cracking. I want to say hi to some people. Are you cool to say what up to some people in the chats, bro, or what?
Go.
Willie B Exotics. What's good, Willie B? Appreciate you so much. Thanks for tapping in. Row 5.0 Trap Talk, Patreon member all day, every day. Recently was rocking a Phoenix Reptile shirt and also won another Phoenix Reptile shirt. This guy's on fire. Shout out to my man, Row. Appreciate you, dog. Big Mike, 1776 Exotics. OG Trap Talk Patreon member in the building. We know this guy. Big Keys dropping threes all day, every day. Keys Constrictors, B Unit fam. This guy right here is not to be slept on. Shout out to him and his wife, Keisha. Love those two, but subscribe to their YouTube channel. Don't sleep on it, man. Every Wednesday and Friday, these two consistent. Appreciate you, man. North Star Exotics. What's up, player? B Unit fam all day, every day. Man, Freddy. More Valley Reptiles. B Unit Trap Talk all day, every day. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate your support. I really do. It's a homie right there, man. Revolutionary Morphs, the homie Ray. B Unit family, Trap Talk all day, every day. Appreciate you, player. Adrian Blues Pythons in the building. What's up? Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Piyush Patel. You know I like saying that name, buddy. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. City, by the way, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Best believe. But City Limit Exotics, Kenneth Jordan. That's a hard name. I'm not even gonna lie. I like that name. That sounds like the Chicago's, like he played for the Bulls or some shit. I don't know. Not Mike. Well, I know it's Michael Jordan. It's a little too close, but you know what I'm saying. That's an athlete's name, wouldn't you say? Kenneth Jordan.
Yeah.
Anyways, is he an athlete with the Pythons? We'll see. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, dog. Harlan Reptiles, Jordan in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. The homie Josh Scale, Fins and Feathers in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Travis Gordon in the building. TNS Reptiles in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member. The homie Will 217 Pythons in the building. And we're going to end this in style, man. Actually, now there's a couple more hitters. Damn it, I can't just end it. Yeah, I just can't. But shout out to Krista, Neuro, Phi, Exotics, B Unit, Trap Talk Patreon member. Really cool fucking chick, man. And the hobby always needs more girls, for sure. So tap in with the homegirl Krista, please. She's awesome. Just as awesome as this guy right here, Wiz. Big Wiz Constrictor. All right. It's my dog, Wiz Tang, all day, every day. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. And this is the guy I want to end things in style with, just because this guy always got a place in my heart. My homie Ray. Big Ray in the building. My favorite reptile podcast. I need more episodes. Give me more episodes, player. Give us all more episodes. Appreciate you, Ray. Thank you so much for tapping in.
The Blade Man.
Appreciate everyone tapping in. But guys, it's that time. Are you ready, Emilio, to bring the homies Jeremy and Genie on the show? Let's finally give them that Trap Talk episode because I'm excited. So if you are out there ready to go, do me and Emilio a favor. Do what you got to do to get your mind right. Do what you got to do to stay hydrated because it's that time. Episode 407, my guy. Emilio, 407 episodes, my guy. You feel me?
Dope.
Let's go. Let's run this and let's do this. Choo! You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes,
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we're live, episode 407 with Genie and Jeremy. What's good, Bauds Exotic Reptiles?
How's everybody
Hi.
doing tonight?
Florida
What's
heavy
up,
energy.
Emilio?
Florida heavy energy, man. There's a lot of Florida stuff happening right now. It's crazy.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm loving
Yeah.
this non-Florida weather.
How are you two
It's a
doing,
little
man?
cooler outside.
Jeremy, this episode's long overdue, as you know. But I'm so glad you two are here, and I just want to see how you guys been. What's new, and how's everything with you guys?
Everything's great except for we just think one of our air conditioners in our house is broke,
Oh,
so we got to deal with that.
Like you just
Yeah.
found that out right
Her
now?
sister
Like,
works for me. Yeah, well, actually, like 10 minutes before we did the sound check. You know, she's been on the phone with her sister. Her sister works for an AC company, so we'll get it figured out.
well, good
But
thing.
the weather's nice, so it's we just pop the windows open. We're good. We got 2 ACs in the house, so
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, right? At least the time of year is not bad, right? At least it's not like peak summer or some shit, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but
Yeah.
first
And
and
that's the
foremost,
main house. So,
I got to ask you guys, you know, I love seeing couples that are into this. This is like probably the most inspiring thing is when I see that there's like not only the man, but there's the woman behind the man or the man behind the woman. And I want to kind of get the Genie right off the bat and see exactly the involvement you have, Genie, with the whole operation and what's going on.
Quite a bit actually. Gosh, I do all the lizards pretty much. Our outside lizards we kind of do together, but I do all the uromastics and the crested geckos. I help a little bit with the ball pythons, but pretty much all the lizards is what I mainly work with.
yeah, she mainly controls like the Aki monitors. She
Yeah,
does a
I
lot
do
of that.
those.
She does the gecko, the crested geckos, the
Uromastics.
ornate uromastics. We have 2 huge outside enclosures where we have like redfoot tortoises and
Nice.
then, pied pectinatas, rhino iguanas, and we both kind of do that together.
Now, how much of that is
Basically, everything she said.
now? How much of that is like? How much of that is actually being bred and being sold and stuff like that? All that stuff, or is some of that just being kept because you love it?
Yeah.
No, it's all breeding purposes. The Euros we haven't bred yet. This will be their first season that we attempt breeding them. I had bought them when they were real little because they're very hard to get. And I wanted a large group of them. I wanted 7. So I had to go on kind of like a wait list.
I like her.
So,
she needed 7.
I needed at least 7 to start.
Oh my god.
Go big.
7's
Go
a lot
bigger.
bigger mastics, believe it or not, because of the size of the cages and everything.
Right.
Yeah, they need like 5-foot long cages and stuff.
So Genie, a lot of the information I've gotten, like especially when I recently got into the monitor game a couple years ago, is that I hear that dwarf monitor species are like the best introduction into working with almost any monitor. And what would you have to say to that? Do you feel like the dwarf smaller species is more of a like better way to understand the monitor species versus getting like a, you know, like an Asian water monitor or something like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. For sure. They're easier to handle. I've been bit by them. It's not as bad as if you were to be bit by a bigger one, you know, obviously.
Right.
You can also, their cage requirements aren't as large. We already have 2 large enclosures outside. So having another one outside, just, we wouldn't have the space for it. So being able to keep them inside enclosures makes it a little bit easier.
I'm going to tell you right now before we go
For
any
the dwarf
further.
monitor.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now before we talk any further. I can already tell you at some point, Genie, I'm going to need an episode with just me and you, and we're going to need to talk monitors like the whole time, probably. Okay, just so you know, I might be on your bumper down the future. Okay, to want to talk monitors. Because I mean, because you know, you can talk about that forever. You know, there's a lot of stuff we need to talk about tonight, right?
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things that stand out to me is wanting to put my reptiles outside, my lace monitors. Like I would love to do that. I'm in San Diego, but obviously, just like you guys, we have cold weather at some point, right? What's your plan once you guys hit the coldest point of the year? Do you bring them all in, or is there like certain places for them to like bask and be in, or what do you guys do?
Yeah. Well, we have the tortoise heat mats inside their hides, but obviously if it gets down below 55 degrees, we bring them inside for the night, usually in tubs. It's warm enough for them to stay in the tubs overnight, and then usually it's warm enough the next day for us to put them back out, and then they can bask out there.
Yeah.
Usually when it gets, the temperatures get that cold, it's usually like in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And I don't think maybe 2 or 3 days at the
There's
most
only a few.
that we've ever had to keep them inside. So
Yeah.
When's the coldest?
not that bad.
What's the coldest time of year in Florida for you guys?
January.
You broke up. Sorry.
Coldest time of the year. What would that be for you guys?
Yeah. January. I'd agree with Emilio.
Sometimes it'll go into February a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
are
now,
we kind of choppy to you guys at all?
there's a little lag, but I don't think there's much you could do about that. I'm not gonna lie, it could be your laptop. And this is why sometimes, and this is for anyone out there, just so you guys know, sometimes a smartphone is always better to do a podcast on a live stream versus a laptop. And I have a Mac, like, trust me, I know what it is to have stuff, but just so you know, for the future, but I don't think it's that bad. It's like a slight little lag, but I think it's doable for me. As long as you guys could do it, it's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it drives you crazy, just let us know. We'll switch over to the phone.
No. I'm just doing my best not to talk over you, but I think we're figuring it out. I think we're good, so don't worry about it. Now, but what I wanted to get to, guys, is what was first, okay? Because obviously the meat and potatoes of tonight is the ball pythons, okay? That's really why we're gonna really dive into what's going on with Bauds exotic reptiles. But what was the first reptile species? But I have to also know, when you guys got married, was it always about the reptiles, or did someone influence one or the other? Who's getting those flowers first? I want to know.
Well, as far as reptiles, gosh, he had a long time ago, probably 28 years ago.
Before Kendall was
And
born.
then I was not a reptile person at all.
Oh,
Like
okay,
that was not
respect.
my thing. I was like, what are we doing here? And then life got crazy and he got rid of the reptiles. And, we had our other daughter and it was just busy. And then our youngest, when she turned 15, she wanted a blue tongue skink for her birthday. And I was like, no, we're not getting a skink. Well, little did I know, a couple weeks later, I was driving down to Miami to pick up a skink for.
Respect.
So that kind of spiraled out of control. And then he ended up, well, we went to a reptile store. We saw some ball pythons. Back then, when he had them, they were only normals. You know, there wasn't anything else. And all these new morphs came out.
28 years ago, yeah. I mean, poor, couldn't afford much. Ball python was like $70, $60 or something like that. So I ended up having them. I had a monitor.
Are we talking about the era where it was $1 a gram? Was it that far back where you were in this, where like a ball python was going for $1 a gram or something like that?
No, I didn't pay $1 a gram. Well, I don't know. It might have been. It was a hatchling when I bought it.
That might have been.
I want to say it was like $60 or something like that. No, it was 28 years ago, 29-ish years ago or something like that.
It's been, well, Kendall will be 28. So yeah, it was probably about, yeah.
And I used to use that snake because her sister would come over to like babysit or whatever, or hang out. And she hated snakes and I hated doing dishes. And I told her if she didn't do my dishes, I'm going to put the snake on her. So long story short, I never had to do dishes.
Well, she didn't come over that often.
And so obviously you warmed up to the reptiles, right? Now, was that after what point? Like how deep was Jeremy into it before you started warming up to him?
I don't know. I think I got into it pretty quickly. Once I knew and held a snake, I really never really minded him ever having them. I was just like, okay, I'll watch it from over here kind of thing.
Right.
And then I got into it and I got my first reptile was a bearded dragon. And it was just a little tiny baby. And I was like so scared to hold it because I thought I was going to break it because it was so tiny.
Yeah.
But it kind of spiraled out of control after that.
Yeah. So the second time around, I had to, I bought the snake, and to make her happy, I had to buy her a pet. So I bought her a rat.
And then
I fed the rat to the snake.
Now, at what point did we get to looking at reptiles and say, let's breed them? I mean, was that when ball pythons came into the world, or like?
Well, I was at work one day and I get a text message from him. I think I want to start breeding ball pythons. This guy has a collection. And I was like, we're doing what now?
And what guy was that? I'm just curious.
Oh, I don't know.
It was I was looking on Craigslist, man. When I first got the first one, the second time around, it was a banana. I've never seen anything other than a normal, and I don't know. I just thought that was cool. We bought a few others after that, and then of course I was looking on different places for information and stuff. I think before even YouTube, I was buying books and stuff like that. I didn't even know there was like YouTube channels and stuff out there.
We didn't even know about like Repticons or anything like that.
Yeah. So the collection I got, I think that's what your question was just something on Craigslist. Somebody that was moving out of the state. They had goats and shit. They're trying to give me goats and stuff. Like, hey, take the goats too. I'm like, no, I just want the snakes.
I don't want your fucking goats.
But
they were
literally. I mean, there was a U-Haul and everything. They were hauling ass for whatever reason. I ended up getting that collection. There was I think there was a pied in there, and then the rest were like just single gene stuff, but they're all adults, and it came with a rack and a thermostat. And I started breeding like our first year because they're already fully grown.
And what year was this?
2016.
Yeah, I think it was
either late, 16, early 17, somewhere. I think it was 16. 2016.
I think it was too.
Yeah, so we had our first clutch and did our first show in the same year. The same year that we had our first clutch.
It kind of went fast.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And
bro.
and from there, after I bought when I bought that first collection, I think it was 10 snakes. I want to say I paid $1,000 for it. Out of those 10 snakes, I think there were 6 that I kept, or 5 or something like that. So I ended up selling everything else in that collection and got all my money back, and still was able to keep the snakes that I wanted to keep. So then I bought another collection after that. I think I bought like 4 or 5 collections in like the first year.
Oh my god!
And I wasn't saying they weren't all big, but the thing is like there was another collection. I think the second one was like 14 or something like that. And there's only like three or four animals that I really wanted in there. So I would buy the collection. I would make some phone.
Is that a Florida thing where you just people be selling their collections and shit, or what? It has to be, because I mean that's
well. Here's the thing: what we're going through now, obviously not as bad because we had the pandemic and all that. But you know how sales are down and everybody's selling collections. When I got in, people were telling me that was the end of the last one.
Yeah.
So people were selling the collections at the last time. So it's like a roller coaster; it goes up and down. That's what I'm told anyways. I wasn't around before then to really know, but just some people that have been doing this for many years told me that when I got in 2017 or whatever was like the worst. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There you go. So I ended up.
It's always kind of been like that, but now what we're seeing is amped up by COVID. But every year,
exactly,
people, getting in and getting out because they just don't know what they're getting into and they don't have the work ethic or whatever. But yeah, in Florida, there's definitely a lot of that for sure.
Yeah.
But Jeremy, you're right. You're right there about the, I came in 2017 as far as like posting shit as far as on my Instagram. And right away, there was people already saying like, oh, like the ball python market is complete shit. And I was like, and mind you, 2017, I didn't care about breeding. I just liked cool snakes. So once I got to 2018, and I bred, I realized, oh my God, this is like, I started paying attention. And then, bro, I was like, the ball python market's amazing. Like, look what's happening right now. And so this is exact same thing what we're doing as far as like what people are saying, but they ain't nothing crashing. I can tell you that much. Nothing's crashing.
Let me add something
go ahead.
to that real quick. Sorry, Jeremy. I've been hearing that the world is, ball python world is going to end. The market's going to burn. I've been hearing that since 2007, 2008.
And Emilio, that's what I almost interrupted you with right there, is I was just going to say that, I know a lot of people that have been doing this shit for years, 20, 30 years, and they tell me the same thing. They've been hearing that the ball python market's crashing. It's crashing, but we're still here. I mean, I just saw Miguel Garcia's video over at Justin's place. And, if it's been crashing that many times, if anybody's seen that video, you see what he's gotten out of that crashed market. You know what I mean? The cars and the garage and the building and all, you know what I mean? So,
well, I mean, let's be real. The whole crash talk are coming from the people crashing, not the market crashing. Like these are the people who don't want to wait until the prices are right on their snakes again, because what's crazy, as you guys all see this, people are so desperate with their prices, and guess what? That snake's still not selling, idiot. So now you feel even worse. Not only did you slice your prices and make yourself look ridiculous, but they're still not buying your snake. Now what do?
If somebody's not buying a snake right now in this market, and this is something that somebody else told me too as well, it's people are lowering prices. It's not the cost of the animal why they're not buying the snake. It's because they're afraid to spend the money.
It's the time.
Doesn't matter how much the snake is.
People don't know what the future holds. So like, it's like, it's not like they don't have the money, but they're like, I kind of might need this for emergencies or something. That's what it is right now. Like people are just being more cautious with their money versus saying, fuck it, let me just pay. Nobody wants to live check to check right now. That's what I'm trying to get at. No one wants to do check to check and just fucking keep dumping money on snakes, because that's typically our life. We just dump money on snakes. But really, people who are new into this and are seeing this are scared, and they're the ones that aren't trying to, drop that money right now. I mean, look at JP. Why does a ghost on the show? Sick to his stomach. You know what I mean? So, but that's not everybody. That's the thing. Not everyone has that type of experience. That's his experience and other people's experience. But that doesn't mean it was not my experience. I'll tell you that much. I'm having a grand old time. Like if I'm white, it's because my kid kept me up. That's it. That's nothing else. That's all I got to say. But I know that. Well, first and foremost, I'm not attached to finances with the snakes as far as like I need them to breed so I can live. And I think a lot of people got into the position of that, and I don't think they were ready for that type of like. Yeah.
I think, and I believe the same thing. And what happened was COVID, and I know I'm repeating other stories and stuff, but this is my feelings: is people were stuck at home. They had all this extra money, and Millie, I might have heard it from you. I can't remember. If I did, just tell me. But they had all this extra money. They weren't out going out to restaurants and all these, Disneyland, Disney World, all these places. So they had this extra money and they were bored sitting at home and they're watching all these videos and they're being sold this dream. And, obviously the market starts getting really good. This is during COVID, so the prices have gone up. They've really jumped up a lot. And it's actually kind of what Genie went through with the geckos, because she invested a lot of money into the geckos during the COVID time. So she paid a lot more than what, they should have been being sold for. And she kind of knew that. But a lot of these new people that started are what they call the COVID breeders. They didn't know that.
Yeah,
they don't know what the prices should have been and all that. So now, a lot of these people, they started working again or whatever, and they just didn't have time, or they're thinking, oh, well, I'm not getting rich quick. I got to raise these things up, and it's costing me $400 every 2 weeks for rodents. And they decide to sell their stuff off, and it was just a domino effect. And I think that's why the whole COVID part of the market drop is the way it is right now. So
we're adjusting back. We're adjusting back, and the people.
Oh, did you freeze?
No, we're good.
We're adjusting back to what it was before COVID, and it'll get better later. But again, the people that are not in it for the animals, and they're not gonna last.
I think this girl wants to say hi to you guys real quick. Yeah, come on.
Let's see. Oh my God, I love pit bulls. This looks like it's a mini pit. Like, what is
She's a bully.
It's a bully.
She's
yeah,
an American bully.
God, look how cute she is.
Yeah.
She's so pretty. What's her name?
She loves to snore.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. I wish I could just dive my face into her.
You're not sitting on my lap this whole time, girl.
She's 65 pounds and she thinks she's a lap dog.
I love dogs, though, especially that breed. That's my breed right there. Like, every human has a breed that they kind of like get along with. That's my breed right there, all day, every day. I'm a big pity head, man.
Well, we have 3 of them. We have 3 dogs.
Oh man, see, I told my wife we need another one. Actually, no, I got to chill right now. I cannot add a puppy right now. Fuck that. I don't know. I'd shoot myself down. But I do want a 3rd dog. I think 3 is a good number. My wife thinks 2 is the best number, but I think 3 is a good number. But
no more.
2's a good number for kids. So you need to work on that. But yeah, 3 for dogs.
Let's get to this real quick, because I want to go back to how you acquired a collection. You got clutches and things sped up, right? And that's kind of like people try to speed things up even when they don't have any like collections going on. Like they say, what's that 101 Instagram package where, okay, like you get a logo, you do stickers, and you do all this shit before you even have any like clutches and stuff, right? But in this sense, we're talking 2016, before all that like big internet blow up shit. That was right before the internet started blowing up with reptiles, I would say, right? But how quick, like, did you guys, like, when did it sink in? Okay, I have clutches coming from this collection I just bought. What do I do about a logo or a brand? And I'm curious, like, who started thinking of like what to do with that and whatnot, versus like seeing it now. You see everyone have the logo. That's like the obvious thing to do. But back then, I'm curious who thought of that and what moves you made to make that happen.
That was all Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, we started going to Reptiles. I after having, researched it and all that, we found out about shows and stuff. And there's actually a show we're vending this weekend called Repticon in Tampa.
Yeah.
So we started going to the shows, and then I just started talking to people and seeing how all their stuff was. And I was like, yeah, this is something I want to do, Was that your question? Is how we got started with that?
How'd you get your logo and stuff?
Well, because I'm talking. Okay, like we all know, like the one, like the package things that happen when you want to become a business, right? You get the logo, the stickers, the fucking the tablecloths, like all that shit. And
I think that was pretty quick.
Yeah,
it was like probably within the first 1.5 to 2 years, from our very first clutch.
Go ahead, Emilio. You look like you're about to say something.
Yeah, I wanted to say that now, in this day and age, people get their first snake. And I had a guy I met in Kissimmee, and he got his first snake, and then a week later, he had an LLC.
Oh my goodness!
No, we grew into this, even though we did our first clutch and all that in the first year, but we didn't like.
Who was that?
I didn't know.
Is he around? Is that person around still?
No. He joined the V unit and he was in there for a couple hours and he quit.
A couple hours?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's a record.
Yeah, it was funny, bro.
Anyways, but yeah, back to you as far as like making this in a business. Like, I mean, I'm just because you guys jumped ahead right at the right moment, right? But I'm curious as far as like the expansion part of it. Like, you already knew right away you wanted to do more and you know, get to that point where you have a lot of clutches each year, and we're gonna get into how many clutches you guys are producing. Each year, but
all right, here's I don't know if this is going to answer the question, but we've always been animal lovers. I mean, we've tried breeding birds in the past. We bought a bird from a pet shop, you know, when we had kids and stuff, and then we bought another one. We put them both together. We didn't even try to breed them. They had eggs. We thought it was cool shit, you know, to see little birds coming out of the eggs. I had to wake up every 3 hours to feed them, you know.
What kind of birds?
They're just
cockatiels.
Yeah, just cheap. You know, we're poor back then. I mean, I grew up poor. She grew up poor. We were poor when we were digging through couches and shit, looking for change to buy stuff to make lasagna the last 2 or 3 nights.
You know, Justin Gabelka was poor at one point, but now he's rich. So are you rich because of all pythons too?
No.
I wish.
I just had to ask. I'm sorry.
But we always loved that. We had ferrets. She was more of a mammal. She had rabbit.
Yeah,
I fucking hated that rabbit.
I had all kinds of
shits all over the
We
fucking
had all
floor.
different kinds of stuff. So we've always been like into something.
And it was like, I feel like in the beginning, like when I was buying the collections and stuff, my plan wasn't to become a breeder and not a big breeder anyways. It was just kind of neat to see some eggs, and the more you have, the better chances of getting eggs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm curious because you took over some adults, right? Did any of them kind of like crash on you after you took them over? Like, did you have to kind of go through like anything like not really thriving and for whatever reason, or did everything kind of was solid for you and it worked out?
Yeah.
No, everything was.
It was great.
It was easy. It was easy. I had a good person, a good mentor in the beginning that, you know, showed me some of the simple stuff, and I never had any issues with any like crashing, like would die or something. You mean, or what do you mean by crashing?
I mean, they could die for over anything. I'm just curious. Like sometimes,
yeah.
I mean, I think mainly because I've had a lot of stuff not go the distance because they're like chondros and they're like imports and stuff like that. But even taking over, even taking over someone's collection, you don't understand. Sometimes they see something that they don't fucking tell you, and then next thing you know, you take the snakes and you're like, what happened to the snake? You know what I mean?
I've in all the years, I've probably bought 7 collections total, and I've never had any issues with any animals, like getting them sick. I've heard nightmares where you buy stuff and it'd be full of bites or some other stuff. I've never had any issues like that when I bought any of the collections.
Damn,
everything. Knock on wood for sure. And I would recommend that. I wouldn't do that if I know now what I knew then. I wouldn't do this if I was to start over again. I wouldn't go out and just buy Craigslist collections, for sure. Back then I didn't know, but
we grew from that.
I grew from that, and I never had any issues with any of the animals. Every time I bought a collection, I always kept just a few that I wanted, and then I always made my money back and plus more, and was able to keep whatever animals out of the collection. So I was always like in the green, is that what they call it, or the black? Anytime about the collections.
I try to do my very best to like let people know everything that I fucking preach is because something that I did at one point. One of the things was I bought my first. Actually, I have no regrets. I bought my very first snake off Craigslist. It was the best experience ever. Her name's Mercedes. She's still here. She still gives me clutches, and I love that. Is that the go-to thing now? No, of course not. We're way advanced from that. But then again, that's where it started, and it's just kind of like, and I'll never forget that. I don't always have like a place with Craigslist because of that. You know what I mean? But look at the internet now. It's crazy. Like it's there's really no need to if you're already involved with reptiles and you're in social media because but it's crazy. I bet Craigslist sales might even be better than Morph Market sales for right now. Who knows?
Well, at the time, we didn't have Morph Market and all these other things. When did Morph Market come out? What are you trying to find, a fly in your house or something?
Okay, I see a bee, but I feel like there's more than one. I'm like, why would there be more than one bee in my, like, I keep this contained. Sorry, I'm just making sure there's not bees in my room. I'm listening. When was Morph Market is over 10 years old now, right? I would say.
Oh yeah, they were before us.
Morph Market is that old? Really?
Yeah.
2015.
2015, I think.
Okay, all right. I
So,
wasn't even
yeah,
aware of
before
that.
us.
It was that old then. Okay.
It
Anyways,
could
like
be 17, guys. It could be 17. I'm not sure. You know,
Look it up. How about I look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, I thought it was.
I
I don't
can-
know. It
I
could
can
have been,
tell
but
you
I
guys, I haven't put a snake on Craigslist in like 8 years. I just didn't want to deal. I didn't want to deal with those people anymore.
2015.
Craigslist now is what you would. I mean, you might as well go to a freaking yard sale and try to sell. You know, that's what it compares to now. It was different, you know, back when I was doing this, and all those animals that I got back then, I don't have those now. So I don't want people to think I have a bunch of Craigslist animals that I'm breeding. No, that's long gone. That was like what got me started. You know, got me the experience. I have no regrets. I always made all my money back when I was doing, you know, hatching babies, and I was having fun then, and I'm still having fun now. It's just a total different collection. So
what year did you upgrade all your racks to, like, you know, I think, are those ARSs right there, I believe?
Yeah, these are all.
When did we do that?
Yeah, these are all
hard. Nice. Tight. Oh, look at that. What wall's that? What do you keep right there? Okay. Oh, there goes your sound. Let's see. Hold on. He was trying to give us a little quick mini tour, and now a sound went out.
Genie did it. She made me.
Oh,
We got sound now.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, see everything with the tags that the red and blue tags.
Yes.
That's holdbacks. Everything else is like hatchlings that I have for sale.
Oh,
that rack there, that's all holdbacks. That's a 1075. It's 1065 with 2 extra levels. I'm keeping a lot of shit back.
Can you guys hear it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, you're good. Because now I want to get to some meat and potatoes about a holdback that I'm sure it's a holdback. But goddamn, you posted a snake not too long ago, and that's what really pushed me to push you to get you on this show pretty quickly, because I was very impressed with a certain snake that you posted maybe a week or two ago. Do you know what snake I'm talking about?
I do.
Cypress Desert Ghost Clown.
Oh my, you son of a bitch, bro. So impressive. One of my favorite snakes of the year. I'm not gonna lie. And there's been some bangers this year, bro. Let's just say that. But super stoked.
I hatched another one.
Okay, well, I mean, so you building up to a snake like that, right? Now, how long were you building for this project? Or was it something that you kind of have to? Did you dump money to get to this project?
Yes, I bought this is a really cool story. Will Moros, shout out to Will, RCR.
Shout out to Will. That's my boy.
God, what was that? 3 years ago? I bought a male from him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That snake's on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
Okay,
I just, like I just said, I just hatched another Desert Ghost Cypress Clown too.
So we have 2.
It hasn't had its first shed. It's like in blue. And I actually hatched out I think 2 more Desert Ghost Clowns. But yeah, that's the one there. Yeah.
Love it.
This thing is so fun.
So I bought that
Cypress for the win.
So I bought that snake from Will. I don't know if he would appreciate I don't know if he cares if I say the price or not. So I just won't, because I don't think he probably cares.
So how much was it? Just kidding.
Well, it's $2,500.
Well, what was it? What was it?
All right, so it's a Cypress. It was a Cypress honey double het. It's a male Cypress honey double het clown het krypton. So it was either het clown or het cryptic. I'm sorry. So it was a het desert ghost, and it was either het clown or het cryptic because it came from a krypton. And then, you know, obviously I proved it out to be het clown and not het cryptic, thank God. But so I bought that snake, and then the following year he did this thing where if you spend a certain amount of money with him in a year, he sent you this puzzle box. It was like a wooden box. What? And it had 50 pieces.
Yeah.
Here, I got it. Hang on, talk to him for a minute. I'll show you.
It was an actual puzzle. It was an actual puzzle And the puzzle was of a puzzle snake. So it was kind of cool. A desert ghost puzzle is what the snake was on it. And then you got entered into a raffle at the end of the year, I think it was. And somehow we won one of the raffles, and we won like $2,500 credit.
I didn't know it was all the way on the top freaking shelf. But all right, wooden box, like a nice little cigar box.
That's very Will Moros right there. Volume 1.
Yeah.
Volume 1. That's so sick.
Yeah.
Well, he was going to do it the following year and all that. But
finally, someone showed his presentation off. This is great. Okay, I'm so glad you're showing this.
So in the
it
box,
was 2020. It says it was 2020.
Well, that's when this was. The snake was
that's
before.
What I'm saying.
So, you know, he
Here's
sent
our
a
puzzle
sticker,
piece that says number 8 on it.
and he sent this little thing here. What is this called?
A USB.
All right, and you put it in. There's a little movie, like a little YouTube video, and he explains that there's 50 pieces of puzzle, 50 pieces in here, and if depending on how much you got one piece that had a number on the back. Some people got 2 numbers, and I think there's a couple that had 3 numbers. So what he did is he did a one of those things where you turn it or whatever, and the numbers come up. So the first win, I want to say they got $3,500 credit. The second person got $2,500 credit, and the third person got $1,500 credit. Okay, so number 1 and number 3 were the same person. They won it twice. They won.
Oh wow, that's a wow.
Yeah. Well, they spent a lot of money, so they had more than one number in the puzzle piece. I had number 8. I came in number 2. I came in second place. So I won $2,500 credit. So basically, that snake that I made that from. This is what I'm getting at. I know it's wasting time.
No, it's not. I think it's very important. I think this is very important to explain how you made that snake, because
all right. So that snake, so that me winning that paid for that snake. You know what I mean? And that snake, I made some really, really nice stuff from that animal. That animal like ate and eats the whole time, breeding and everything. The male, still have them too. I'll probably go ahead.
This is why I personally feel like Will's one of the leaders in this industry when it comes to like building a community, taking care of your people. And he's just like, he's no bullshit. That's why I love Will, because first and foremost, if he gives you the time of day and talks to you, he's going to tell you how it is, but he's also going to treat you really good. And I love seeing this. I've always admired that about Will Moros, man. And I've always talked about, before he even did that puzzle thing, he would send certain cool little box gift sets like that for his, Patreon members and his customers. And I always like, dude, I was like, that's what you need to do. And here I am 6 years, I haven't done it yet. But I'm just saying that's like leading by example right there, man. So shout out to the RCR Mafia. Shout out to Will Moros. Kudos to you, buddy. I'm giving you flowers right now. That's amazing. That's cool to have being shared as a story. So I'm really glad you explained how you made that snake, because that, like I said, I love that snake. That snake is bringing you a lot of attention right now. Let's just say, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And so Will's one of those guys where he's not many have this talent, but when he does videos and stuff, or when he just talks, the business or whatever, he gets me very excited about it. Like if you're feeling down or something, or and I know everybody that's been breeding, there's been times here and there where you're like, man, am I making a mistake by doing this or whatever? Sometimes you get down. At least I did a few times. And you listen to Will talk like in one of his videos or something like that, it gets you like really excited again about it. So
excited because you're hearing from someone super relevant, you know what I mean? And that's why it's like, it's so easy to make friends in this, right? But why are you here? Like, I always ask, like, anyone involved, like, well, what's your main purpose here? Is your main purpose to fucking figure out what you need to do to make what you want to make and then make those friends on the way? Or do you want to make friends first that could potentially like not be on the same level as what your projects are, and it almost kind of holds you back in a way? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all cool to make friends, but what are you fucking really here for? And being mentored by someone like Will Moros, you have someone who's put in a lot of time. You know what I mean? That guy right there is a fucking wealth of knowledge, that guy right there. So, and he's put a lot of people on. Let's just say Will has really set the pavement for a lot of people who are successful in the game right now.
Amazing story, bro. Impressive.
Yeah. So that snake's a holdback, obviously, right? You're not selling that snake.
Oh yeah, that's that. I tried making I made some Cypress Desert Ghosts and stuff last year. I've been trying to make the Cypress Desert Ghost clown, and that's the first one I hit. Thank God. I ended up hitting 2. One's a male and one's a female, so I'll probably keep them both.
Anyone on your bumper about wanting to buy them off you or shoot you offers or anything like that, or no?
I've had a couple. Had a couple people ask me, but it's like,
more on the Scrambler.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Scrambler. You haven't even talked about that. You didn't even show
I
that.
thought that was the snake you were gonna talk about.
No, guys, what the fuck is a Scrambler? Oh my god, really? What's a Scrambler?
The Scrambler pied. Yeah,
It's on my Instagram.
All right, let's pull it up. Okay, let's add another one.
I can show you in real life what it looks like, but
no. I swear to God, I just feel like this is what I get for not doing enough research, and I'm sorry, but I was not prepared to hear about a new fucking Genie tonight, and now I feel like
that's the one that I thought you were gonna say.
Now I need more.
You said a couple of weeks, so I knew that one.
All right, let's pull up. Or first and foremost, guys, do me a favor. Go follow this lovely couple, okay, please. Bauds Exotic Reptiles.
Hey, wait a second, MJ. Before you pull it up, don't pull it up until you get some likes up. All right, let's do that.
Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Tell all your people out there to smash that like button. Let's get the likes up right now, please, if we haven't, because we're tapping into the Scrambler gene. Is it a recessive or is it a codom?
We think it's a codom. Mark Mandick's been working on it since 2011. He found it in from what I understand, it was a super OD combo that he got from Ozzy.
Is it this thing right here? It looks like
yes.
Clown. Okay, so this is a clown.
It's a pied clown scrambler.
Okay,
that's a clown pied scrambler.
Tell me more.
I got offered $12K for that, and I said nope. It's a male. I'm keeping it.
So tell me more, please, Scrambler.
That's pretty.
We're still learning.
Yeah, we're still learning. So I called Ozzy up because OD was in the pairing, and I messaged Ozzy. I sent him that picture. I'm like, hey man, do you think OD's in here? And as the picture I sent him was next to an orange dream pied, just for lighting purposes or whatever. He said he thinks so, but a few others said that seen it in person says they don't think it has OD. But anyways, he's like, what else is in there? Is there like super leopard or something like that? I'm like, I don't know. This is the very first clown pied I've ever made. I've been chasing this thing for 3 years, had nothing but crap luck with it. And this is the first one that came out. And I know it looks a little different, but, and then he told me, he goes, that's Scrambler. Yeah. He says, OD was in the mail or whatever, and he goes, that looks like Scrambler. You might want to talk to Mark Mandick about that because he's been messing with that and trying to prove it out, since 2011. So I called Billy up. I'm like, hey, man, have you ever heard of Scrambler? And he's like, yeah, that's kind of big up in Canada. Mark Mandick's been working on it. I've never talked to Mark before. So I ended up getting his number, and I called him. I probably talked to him for about an hour. And he's sending me pictures. I'm sending him, some of the siblings and stuff like that. And he goes, yeah, that's Scrambler. And he told me that it just happened to pop up in his collection in 2011, like I was saying earlier. It was a super OD combo. And as far as I know, there might be more, but as far as I know, it's me, Mark, Baker from Blue Line Morphs has Scrambler, and then Chris Hernan has it.
Wait a minute. Didn't
Chris Hernan has done a few videos on the Scrambler, but I don't think.
Didn't Baker produce a crazy looking pied clown that had Scrambler in it as well?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
He saw that picture and he messaged me. He goes, hey, man, that's Scrambler there. And he was asking me questions about it. I'm trying to ask him questions because it's new to us. I never heard about it till I hatched it out. I just happened to message Ozzy, and then Ozzy kind of pointed me in the direction. Yeah, that's it right there. And then I talked to Baker at Tinley, a few times. He came up to the table and was talking to me about it. And then
Hey Baker, don't get all cocky out there, okay? Just because I'm showing your snake, buddy. All right, I don't want to, get you in my DMs later. I'm just kidding. I love Baker. We kid a lot back and forth. I love that guy. But anyways,
he's a cool guy. I never met him in person until Tinley, but yeah, he's a cool guy. I like him.
I was really kind of like, he showed me the snake, and I was like, okay, wait a minute, that's definitely more than just a clown pied. What the fuck is that? And he's like, oh, it's a Scrambler gene. And I instantly shut off because, like I said, guys, it's overwhelming hearing these names just come out of fucking left field. But also, I like seeing history kind of repeat itself on putting some respect on it. So I will say I'm putting respect on Scrambler right now. This is cool. to kind of see something being proven out. Now, what about what about the parents of this the one that you guys made, the Scrambler Clown Pied? Who were the parents? What were the parents?
All right, so
we got it from Ozzy.
no, I didn't get it. I didn't get that from Ozzy. So there's a guy that his father owns a couple pizza places or whatever, and me and him were like partners for a little bit. And he had his collection over here, and we had a deal where I would breed them, and then we did a certain split on the hatchlings and all that. And then it got down to where I ended up just buying them out and bought his collection. It wasn't very big. I think it was like 8 or 9 snakes or something like that.
Right.
And in one of the snakes was a double het male. It was an orange dream double het clown pied. And then I made the female of that, and the female was just a het clown pos het pied that I produced myself. And I wasn't even, I just threw that male in there because I didn't have anything else to put in there. I was working a clown pied, but I have a visual clown het pied that I was using for my male. And that one was just a pos het. It was a het pos het.
Right.
And it wasn't even one that I was really worried about. I was like, oh, it'll probably just be a wholesale clutch or whatever. I'll just throw them in there, see what happens. Proved out the female was double het, and then that's where that came out of. So the original male, because I called my friend up that when I bought his collection, he got it. He said the snake originally came from Barry Swoop. I don't know if you guys know who Barry is.
I've heard of Barry Swoop through Barcheck.
Okay, yeah, Barry Swoop. He doesn't put them. He does Daytona. Does he do Tinley?
Sometimes with Kittinger.
Yeah, he's usually with Kittinger.
He's old school, right? Like he's been around for a while.
Oh yeah. He's got really nice high end stuff. You just don't hear a whole lot about.
He likes to be in the background, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it came from him, and I don't know where he got it from or whatever. I would assume he got it from Ozzy because he buys.
I have a question for you, Jeremy. Are there only 2 clown pieds with the Scrambler gene in them? Because I'm noticing the pattern's crazy, obviously, right? But there's a lot of pattern on those 2 clown pieds. That would be a game changer for the clown pieds out there, right?
I think so for sure, because the clown pied game needs something like this. I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
I've hatched out 2 other clown pieds, from other pairings, and nothing compared to the way that thing looks.
Yeah, they're usually also high.
Who's that one guy? Who's that one Asian guy that loves pastel? Patrick Chong. So I was messing with him. Yeah, he's in here. I'm just messing with him.
Yeah, but Patrick had to specifically say he's only here to support you guys, and I said, "Wow, thank you, Patrick, for making that known."
Damn.
That you're.
I was messing with him, and I told him that was a clown pied tornado. Is it tornado? I told him.
I don't.
Isn't tornado the one that only 1 or 2 people have, or is it something else?
Twister.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where the hell did you get that?" I'm like, "I ain't telling you my seat," But I fooled him a little bit on that, whether he fell for it or not. He acted like he did, but just look at that pattern, man. I've never seen anything so broken up. And I've had people ask me if it was confusion in there or something like that, but it's definitely a game changer. It's a male, so that really helps, and I have females to put it to. So
real quick, through your conversations with MJ, the Scrambler gene, would you say it's just amping up color, pattern, in other mutations or traits?
Well, if you look on Mark Mandic, he's got a lot. Here's the thing. It's hard. You can't look up Scrambler on Morph Market. How I found out to look it up on Morph Market is you got to just Google Scrambler ball python. Then it'll take you to Mark Mandic and Chris. And it'll take you to some of the, their ads or whatever, where it has a Scrambler in there. But yes, from what Mark was telling me and what Chris was telling me, that it does add color to it, and it amps it a lot. And I don't know as far as the pattern. I didn't ask them, but looking at that and then looking at Baker's stuff, it adds a lot of pattern and stuff as well.
That's what I'm seeing.
As far as I know, and if anybody knows of anybody else that has, I think me and Baker are the only ones that have clown pied scramblers. And from what I seen from the two that I think he has two of them, right? Two or three.
I didn't know. I thought he just had the one.
Maybe it was just one. I thought for some reason I thought two.
Yeah.
But okay, from what I see in the two examples, they are really high pattern.
So how do we work on this then? So what's the game plan to kind of prove this pattern point? What are you looking to put this snake into once it becomes time?
Well, I'm going to put it to other clown pied stuff with other codons in there just to see if the pattern is still that whacked out, or is this going to be an anomaly? So, but from what I've seen from others, that this is just a way to. Now, Baker's has other genes in there.
Yeah,
this one,
he has pastel and other bunch of. I mean,
this one, as far as I know, is just. It could have OD in there. I don't know. I don't think it does.
Jeremy, I would also isolate this and breed it into something that has no other genes.
Yeah,
I have one. I have a scrambler that's only just a scrambler.
Okay,
it has nothing else in
make
it.
more, brother.
What's it look like? What's it look like?
It kind of looks like it's also on my Instagram, but it kind of looks like it looks like a het monsoon, like a normal het monsoon kind of.
How do you know where on your IG it is by chance?
It's in there.
Right here? right here to the left? Right here?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that might be it. Yeah. Now, is there 3 pictures on there? I can't tell from this.
I think there is.
The third one should be the scrambler. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah,
that's a single gene scrambler. And it was actually POS double het. I had it tested. It came back positive for pied, but not for clown.
Color's insane,
and that one
bro.
is killable.
Yeah.
Color is insane.
So what Chris was telling me, see by the tail, see all the little like the dots on the dorsal. That's like one of the things he was kind of pointing out some of the markers.
Right.
I didn't really take good pictures of that too.
I would definitely be mindful of what codons you try to throw this with. That's for sure. And if I have any recommendation, and I don't know if you work with any of these supers, but I would love to see this scrambler gene like in a super gravel or in a super asphalt and see what that does. Because that's one thing. One thing I love about the super asphalt and super gravel is like if that gene is powerful enough, it will fucking do something crazy to those snakes. So that's all, and I'm sure there's other supers out there you could do that too, but
I do have a super gravel female too, and so yeah.
Just say, man. I mean, it's cool to have your hands on something like this, and obviously you have it in a double recessive to prove some points. But I think Amelia was saying is you need more proof of this. I think you would like, or it's just kind of something showing more of the scrambler versus something that looks like a super leopard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But either way, that's a unique fucking looking snake, bro. Like I ain't never seen a clown pie look like that ever. So.
I've had so many people come up to me at Tinley and still they'll message. I mean, you can read the messages, I think, on Instagram. That's the best clown pie I've ever seen,
Who offered you 12K? Somebody from Canada or somebody from here? I'm curious.
Somebody from here.
Okay. And that was a quick hard no for you, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
He paused for a second, didn't he?
Look, yeah, he went like this.
If I sell it, then I don't have it. Let's just say that. And I know Mark's been working with it. He thinks there's actually a super scrambler. He just made one that he thinks is a super. He's still got to grow it up and prove it out to see if it is. That's one of the things he did tell me. So it's like market being good or bad. I'm keeping it.
Here's the thing with the impact that gene had on your clown pied, you could have a super scrambler clown pied.
Possibly.
It could be.
But how though? But the both parents would need it.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay, the other animal didn't have it.
No. The other animal is something that I produced myself that had no. I've never put that male to any of the. There's no bloodline mixture.
Wow, dude, I have the best idea for this other than the super gravel thing. Just fucking put that thing to a clown with no pied and just see or maybe put this towards like the clown hypo fucking project and just see if it looks that crazy in a clown. Because if it does, there's your answer right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because let's think about it.
Well,
go ahead.
Chris and Mark's been working this gene. And they've been doing stuff with it, you know. So I mean,
have you seen it in a clown just by itself with no other pied or anything in it? Are there
the
examples?
only no, I haven't. No, the only thing the only clown or pied that I've ever seen was just Mark and mine and Baker's.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, I mean, I do need to put it to more of that stuff.
Because you understand, like this shit, this stuff roots to people who've been in the game for generations. Okay, so I mean, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer at all, but technically there could be a fucking lot of possibilities in that snake that we just don't even know yet. So that's why I would like to eliminate any factor and see if this Scrambler does this by itself with clown. Like if you could just put a simple that heck clown Scrambler to a clown, and if you get clowns that look like that pied but crazier, there's your answer. You're fucking good. That's the gene doing its work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd want to isolate it for sure. And that's some.
I'm definitely that's why I didn't sell it, man, because I wanted to find all this stuff out myself.
Smart, because
I'm sorry, Millie, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Because if you do prove that to be what it is, fuck $12,000. They ain't gonna cover it. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like that's smart. You know, that's what you need to do in this. You can't be desperate, man. I guarantee if somebody else had that in their hands, if that was in the hands of a price slasher, like a habitual price murderer in the game right now, that snake would have been gone.
I love that.
that snake would have been gone for $8.
I know some of those too, man. It's sad.
It is sad. I almost had to detach myself from people like that this year because I don't want any part of it. You want to know why? Because their whole mood is fucked up too. They're just down. Like they're just not happy to be a part of this. And I understand we all go through things, but sometimes other people's mood could dampen your mood. And I'm happy to be in this. And I don't want someone else's experience to have to like try to rain on my parade when I'm fucking just doing me and having fun. Right. So it's why it's like, I wish everybody the best first and foremost. And sometimes people get over the hump or they ride through the dark days, but man, the complaining that you've been hearing this year has just been next level. Complaining from people who've only been in the game for 5 years at most. You know what I mean? And it's like, you haven't seen shit yet. What's there to complain about? You know? So,
hey, and by the way,
those are the people. Go ahead, Emilio.
By the way, before we lose the train of thought real quick, you better put that Scrambler clown pied to a 100% het monsoon pied. Okay? Double het monsoon pied. Please do that.
So you're wondering if that thing has monsoon in it?
No. I just want to see. I just want to see it worked into monsoon as well. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Please.
I got a double het monsoon pie locked right now.
I know.
But that's why, he's not big enough.
That's why I bring it up. Good job, sir. Good job.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I already thought about that, Emilio.
Emilio's calling monsoon in that snake.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yes, you are.
No, he's saying to put it to a monsoon.
No, I didn't. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Your eyes just woke up like this big right now. I caught you.
just do it like Nike. Let's go.
Just do it. Prove it.
It's gonna look like you ever go outside when there's no moon and there's just a real black sky with a bunch of stars. That's what the snake's gonna look like, just a bunch of little speckles all over it.
Wow.
It's gonna look like a freckled snake.
Wow.
Scrambler monsoon is gonna be nothing but a big freckled snake.
Reminds me of banana.
No.
Okay, now I mean, obviously you've been in this to where has there been a project you had to steer away from or maybe kind of get out of your collection because of whatever reason? Like you just found out.
Is there a project that I've been working on that I don't know if it? Well, I don't know. Let's
you
just
got rid of it. Is there any project you had to get rid of?
Not get rid of necessarily.
Eliminate.
Not really. Well, there's one that I'm kind of on the edge, but I'm still working it.
Is it pastel?
No.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about jeans?
Anything or a project?
Right.
Or I mean, like,
All right, you're talking about jeans. Yeah, spider. I had to get rid of that. I mean, because now this is.
That's true.
I know. I do this for fun, and people hate saying the word passion or whatever. But I love this stuff. As soon as I get home from work, I'm in here. I'm checking on shit. I love doing this. But I also got to treat it as a business, and people are hating pastel right now. They're hating spiders, all that, so all that stuff I'm kind of working out. I do have one spider left, and that actually is a genetic stripe puzzle. It's got spider in it though, and that's one of the projects I was working on for the last 4 or 5 years now. I wanted to see what a genetic stripe puzzle would look like. That's the only one that I've hatched out. I just had another clutch of 10 excuse me, 10 eggs, and I missed on it. But the one that I do have, it looks just like a genetic stripe spider with a puzzle eye stripe. So that's probably going to be a project that I might maybe do one clutch this coming season. And if I don't hit it, it's not going to be something I'm really trying to bang on.
You know, I don't want to wrap this. I don't want to wrap this. Are you okay, Jeremy? We good? I'm just kidding.
all that fucking weed, man.
Oh, you smoke weed? You smoke weed?
No.
Damn. You can't play with me like that,
Jeremy,
bro.
Guess what? Now you're gonna have to smoke with us.
Now you're gonna smoke.
Dude, somebody told me
Then he's going home with you.
No. Somebody told me they saw me smoking at Tinley, which I don't remember that.
Wow.
I don't remember that. Somebody said I was outside smoking with them. And
You probably got high on secondhand, bro.
Me and Jeremy had we had a quick hammered moment right there in front of the elevator that when we took a group picture together. Remember that? Remember we were fucking shit faced. I think it was not last Tinley. I think it was March or October of last year. I think. Do you remember that?
In front of an elevator? No.
See, he doesn't even remember.
No, we took a picture behind Steve's table. We took a shot. Remember?
No, but we also did one. You like bombed, like we were a group, and then you came hammered as fuck and like basically just kind of ruined the picture. But then you didn't. We were like,
I remember. Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
no, I was like, you can take it with us. It's fine, you know. But we were all hammered. It was a great time. But
yeah, I remember that. Yeah. that was at the bar. That wasn't in front of. Was that at the bar, like in the hallway?
No, it was
or
in
something?
front of the elevators. I remember because I was on my way to go get more weed. That's how I specifically know.
I was pretty lit that night, so I
Okay, but what I wanted to say is like obviously there was a time and place where people wanted to shit on hypo, right? Becoming less and less of a thing to shit on hypo. You can't shit on hypo, right? I have a feeling it's gonna happen with pastel. Mark your words. Like people are saying what they say about too much pastel, but hold on. There's certain quality of pastel that is proven to be what it is in certain double recessives. Like you look at some DG clowns that have no pastel in it, right? Then you put pastel in the mix with something else with DG clown, and it makes every other DG clown by itself look like shit. So
let me say something. Earlier, Jeremy, you said people are hating on pastel and spider. No, people are hating on spider mainly. What we've been saying about pastel is just to bring a little bit of awareness to maybe moving a little different. But pastel is amazing. I have pastel in my collection. I mean, I only have 2 spiders left in my collection. There's a certain level of vitriol when it comes to spiders. I love them. I will always love them. They're special to me. They're part of building this amazing ball python industry. But I mean, it's not comparable. It's just what we're talking about with spider is just if everything has spider. I mean, I'm sorry, pastel. Then you got a problem. Not everything in your collection should have pastel. That's all we're saying. Not hating on it. You know?
Right, and I agree. I think a pastel clown as an adult looks like shit. You know what I mean? But you throw some other stuff in there, you know, it makes it look good. There's stuff that pastel.
It doesn't look like shit right away. I mean, right off the way, it looks amazing. Like, what's the
in the beginning? No, it doesn't. But as an adult,
the first week is the best.
Damn, Jeremy, your comeback to hey, Jeremy, your comeback to me defending pastel a little bit was clown pastels look like shit. I mean, you're not wrong. You know,
you throw DG on there, then it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
yes,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, there's some stuff like leopard pastels. I think look okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
quick,
there's a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna defend pastel 100% right now. Okay.
What?
Look at a DG puzzle without pastel. Look at it. Okay, you could barely see the DG. I'm sorry, you could barely see the puzzle pattern. Anyone working DG puzzle, you better have pastel in it.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
I just hatched out some puzzles with pastel, orange dream, and yellow belly, and you could see The ones with the pastel.
They look nice.
Yeah, they look really. Of course, they haven't shed yet, so they all look nice at that.
I want to show you guys something that looks nice. And before we look at something that's nice, I do want to wish my buddy Brock Wagner a happy birthday. So happy birthday, Brock Wagner. This is quite the gift to gift yourself. Because I've been, I don't want to say I've been going hard on Sunset, but just not impressed. I'm not gonna lie, just haven't been impressed with Sunset at all. It's been kind of sad for the people. I don't want to say it's sad for the people. I take that back. I'm just saying, would like to see more of this. Seeing Puzzle and Sunset, this was amazing. This right
Brock
here.
Brock had an amazing day, bro.
What do you have to say? What's your thoughts on Sunset, guys? I got to hear it from you.
Go ahead first, Emilio.
Oh, we've already heard it from Emilio. No.
Hold on.
We've heard.
Oh, you asking us guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have some Sunset stuff. Okay. I don't have any visuals. I got like double het clown sunsets and some other combo stuff. I'm not a big fan of it though, to be honest with you. I haven't seen the genes mixed in there to really make it pop. They look really nice as hatchlings, like most others, but even as like sub-adults, they just, I don't know. I'm not a super big fan of it. Maybe eventually I will be. That's why I got into it, just to see if there's something we can work. Like I want to put Cypress into it to see if that helps out a little bit. But that's where I'm at. I have it, but I'm not a big fan of it. I wouldn't go out and buy a Sunset. Not saying that other people shouldn't do that. Just me personally, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, that animal came out amazing. Add Hypo or Cypress to that, even better. But I really like that Sunset puzzle. Brock had an amazing.
No, I seen that. I thought Winston did that, or I guess Winston and Brock are partners. So I guess they're pretty much both did that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. When you see the close up of the animal, it's incredible. The pattern is incredible. Maybe you might have to add a lightener in there.
I think you're looking at that now though. Look at it in 6 months and tell me.
No, I get it. Yeah. I have Sunset in my collection. Months. It'll darken a little bit, but
we gotta see
where you're going.
We got to see how much Sunset complements Puzzle, because right now Puzzle is putting Sunset on the map in a sense after this. And if Sunset could back up Puzzle with age and let Puzzle still be seen in that snake 6 months or a year or 2 years from now, then okay, I think Sunset might be on the.
Well, that one when I got that picture, they didn't tell me what it was, and I said, I kind of like that. I kind of figured it was what the Sunset Puzzle, but I was like, that one I kind of like. So yeah, I'm a puzzle guy though. I like puzzle. Puzzle's one of my first projects.
I know, I get it. Listen, you're a little lost with Sunset, right? From what it sounds like. Put that shit in Scrambler.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
It's going in it. Trust me.
That'd be sick. Because if Scrambler could do something wild like what it did in that Pied Clown to Sunset, Sunset needs more friends.
Now, real quick, me and MJ agreed on this. The Sunset Puzzle blew away the Sunset Clown.
Yes,
blew it away.
Yeah.
So, for me, Jeremy, I know you've been working puzzle a lot longer than me, but for me, I've been saying this a lot on the pods. I need that puzzle pattern to stay intact.
Puzzle. Yeah, it needs to be a puzzle.
I need it.
And back to what I was saying with my project I was hoping that the genetic stripe puzzle would be a puzzle with a solid stripe, and it didn't work out. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's what I was hoping for.
As far as we know.
I mean, I only hit it with the spider, and spider is a strong gene that, you know what that does. So I'll keep trying, but not as heavy as I was before. But
can we, Jim,
that Scrambler's going on a lot of stuff. Trust me, man. When I start making more of those and holding them back, that's why I didn't sell it. Because I'm looking
people
5
breaking
years
down your door, bro. Okay, you're gonna have people breaking down your door for Scrambler stuff. Isolated.
That'd be nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to ask you about production size going into 2024. How many clutches are you guys looking to hit and all that good stuff?
Well, because of the way the market is right now, I actually had my last clutch because I just had my last clutch lay, or my last girl lay. And because she just laid a few days ago, that takes her to
Clutch. Well, we had
20
39.
clutch 39.
39.
So 39 clutches. Even though I got probably 7 more that are gravid and waiting on eggs, those won't hatch till 2024. So I don't count those as 23 babies. Next year is your question that you asked me. I'm probably going to go half of that, or at least try. Just because I feel like this slower market is probably going to last 2 years, maybe year and a half, 2 years at least.
I think so.
And I don't want to overproduce a bunch of stuff. And the stuff that I am going to be making, like the double head pied monsoon, you know, I got a paint being locked to a Mojave Desert Ghost clown right now, you know. So I'm making like triple heads and, you know, things like for me, not necessarily, you know, for show snakes and things like that. So I think I have quite a bit of inventory right now, especially the way the market's moving right now. So I'm not going to go too heavy next year. And we do have lizards and stuff like that too. Like the pied pectinatus we have, those sell pretty good. You know, it's a flat price. There's no other genes or nothing like that. So we do have other species and stuff that we're working
iguanas,
to. Yeah.
crested geckos.
I had a good buddy who was, you know, like he was well experienced as far as knowledge in the reptile game before I even could really latch on. And the first thing he told me as he saw me getting excited about ball pythons is he suggested, like, dude, like work with another species or be diverse, because there's always a time and place where one of these things aren't going to be doing as well, and you always kind of need to have something to balance that off. And that's like probably and mind you, I know people can only do so much, but I feel like ball pythons can make you lazy. I feel like if you're really fucking into this shit, you're gonna want to work with more. Like you're gonna want to see more than just something in a goddamn rack every day. Like you're gonna want to kind of interact with something more. Emilio, yes.
Real quick, I want to give both of you guys props. You know, the Bauds and MJ. You guys have inspired me to get into more species than I have. So props to you guys.
And now he doesn't feel attacked anymore when I go on these rants. So now he's
oh, that's awesome, man.
That's great.
Well, I know this is a question you ask us later on, you know, towards the end or whatever, the roundup question or whatever.
How do you know what I ask you, Jeremy? I could be throwing anything at you. You don't know that, buddy.
All right, steak or fish. All right, so when I go to a restaurant, you can ask Genie. I always go for the combo meal. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, the land.
I like a lot of
land and sea.
I like combos.
You go with the land and sea.
What's that?
You go with the land and sea. You get
exactly. Yeah.
Surf and turf.
Or
Surf and
whatever,
turf.
chicken and ribs, whatever. I like combos. I like, you know, if I just did ball pythons, I don't think I'd get bored, but I get more excited when there's other species. You know, when you're hatching out lizard eggs and stuff like that. You know, it's cool. It's very cool and very exciting. So that's, you know, I didn't do it for sales, to be honest with you, in the beginning. I mean, it's great that I have the stuff now where it helps, you know, for sales. If snakes aren't selling, there might be people looking for lizards or something else. You know what I mean? So
anyone I've had a phone conversation with about them being worried are people who only work with ball pythons. That's it. Anyone else who has something else floating around or going on, or even someone else who has a rodent fucking colony going, because that keeps them busy. You know what I'm saying? When you're just stuck on one thing, and let's just say there's all this drama or market talk and all this shit, all you have to do is listen to this one thing. You have nothing else to keep you busy. I'm just saying, you got to have other things to kind of make you appreciate, first and foremost, the ball pythons. But when you just have nothing but the ball pythons, you kind of just become this spoiled, lazy fucking person. I feel like I'm sorry, but I just feel like there's more to just that. I feel like, so just branch out.
Yeah. Well,
we also do have boas as well.
I love boas.
We do have
tried and breeding boas this season.
Nice.
It'd be my first time ever doing that.
What do you have, Jeremy?
Yeah, BCIs. Yeah, what kind of boas do you have? I'm curious.
They're all Central American. They all came from Richard Albano at Da Vinci Boas.
That guy is sick as fuck, bro. He is legit with the boas.
Yeah,
like,
he's a good friend of mine. He's like my boa mentor. I don't know a whole lot about the boas and the different genes and all that.
He does.
He's kind of helping me out with that. Oh yeah, he does. He's a good friend of mine. I only have 5 right now. I had a few more, but there was a little scare that I got a little nervous. I was one of those that It was a couple years ago. They were talking about banning boas or something, and I got a little nervous, so I ended up selling. I had 4 others. I ended up doing trades with or whatever. I regret that now, but the trades that I did panned out pretty well too. So I mean, but
it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
But they're all Central Americans. Like I have IMGs, Blood, stuff like that, and
nice.
Trying to pair some up this season. They're about 4 years old, I think, 4.5 years old or something like that.
4 years old.
I raised them up from little hatchlings.
They're
in a whole. All my. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, are you keeping them in the same room as your ball pythons, or are they in a different room?
That's what I was getting ready to say. All my species of animals are all in different rooms.
They all have their own.
I'm gonna turn this. I hope I'm not gonna try to behind the Lego Star Wars.
Yeah,
behind that wall. Another room there. That's where all our Uromastics are. My sick. Boas. This is a separate house. This is a pool. I built this house.
Right.
Literally, I dug the ground, poured the slab, put the walls up, stuccoed it, did the tile. I did everything. I built it from ground up. You know what I mean? Help. Yeah, she helped me stucco. I got pictures of her on the ladder stuccoing. You know what I mean?
Dude, get this lady a medal. She needs like a medal or something, bro. She's amazing.
She was helping me lift these walls. I'm framing these walls.
That was heavy.
I built these walls out of pressure treated, which is heavier than regular yellow pine.
We're talking 24-foot long walls.
And me and her are lifting them up together, and just 2 of us. And
that's when we worked out.
Yeah. So, anyways, what I was getting at. So I have a separate room that you cannot get in from inside this house. You have to walk outside, and it's another entry door, and that's my boa room, and I also keep my rodent food in there. And this house is separated from my main house.
So this house it's split units, so they have different ACs.
Yeah, so it's different air control here. There's a bathroom in here. There's like a little kitchenette with a big sink and refrigerator and all that.
The geckos are in the main house in the spare room. The outside enclosures, they're separated. So one's over here, like far over here, and the other one is in a separate area. So they're not even next to one another.
Yeah. And
everybody has their own areas.
Our monitors are in our big back room, which is nowhere near any other thing.
Our family room.
Yeah. Then all our green tree, tree boas are in the other section of the house. So
your green tree boas, you said?
Well, we have one.
What's a green tree boa?
I put the S on there on purpose.
What's a green tree boa?
We only have one.
I'm curious what a green tree boa.
No, not green tree boa.
A green tree python?
This is a green tree boa.
Hey, you better
python,
get that right.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Python.
Okay.
We have one.
I thought you were just being a troll or something. I was like, wait, what, buddy? Don't do that to me, buddy. Come on.
No.
We do have one. Yeah, that's just a pet. It's a male. He does good.
So overall, what would you say as far as because I always get asked this, oh man, are you ever spread thin working with so many species? But also you have Genie, which is a big help. But even yourself, individually, do you guys feel like sometimes you are kind of spent at certain moments, and not that you need to dial back, but I don't know, are you at a place where you're good where you're at? Can you add more, or you want to get less? Where are you guys at overall with everything that you keep?
I think we're good where we're at. Yeah. All right. So when I built this. Well, not when I built this house. I built it as a wood shop originally. But when I bought all my RHACS, was it last year when I bought the last of the RHACS? So we don't have to buy any more RHACS.
This is all we have. We have a limit.
Yeah. So my limit on my adult. Well, I could add more if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I have enough to have.
We have enough.
I have enough female. I have enough RHACS to hold. I think it's 144 female adults. And that's my max. I don't want any more than that. You guys know Steve Casino. He's a really good friend of mine. I talk to him every single day. He had last year at one point, he had so many. It's like every time I talk to him, he's like, oh my God, because he bought a large collection of a friend of his and all that. And I just didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be married to just doing that all the time. So I wanted a limit here. I don't need any more than 144 females. That might bring me to 70 clutches at max. Mm-hmm. I'm 51 years old. I'm going to retire from my job, which I own my own business, so I can actually choose my own days to work or whatever. But I want to retire from that within the next few years. But before we had all this going on, I'm the type of person, like after work, I have to do something. Like I would build furniture or something like that. I always had to do something. I could not just sit down and watch TV or anything like that, you know? So when I retire, when I retire, this will be great. You know, I mean, it'll keep me going, keep me doing something. So
I will say sometimes, like, you know, we do have our moments and stuff, but I think that's what's great about having both of us. When one of us is kind of like, oh, this is a lot, you know, we have the other one kind of picks up and says, you know, tries to push along and give positivity.
I mean, dude, having a whole nother set of eyes changes everything. Like that's like double the power. Are you kidding me? Because, you know, like you said, there's days where maybe you don't catch shit and then maybe the other one does or whatever, but there's just always gaps to be filled. And it's really hard to manage by yourself. It is really, really hard to do this shit by yourself. We make it happen. You know, my wife, she comes through in the clutch whenever I need her, but man, to have this dynamic is amazing. And I have a wrap-up question before we get into some hot seat questions. Okay, guys. You know, because we're talking about how there's a power move when you have a couple as far as reptile like breeding business goes and whatnot. But for people out there who aren't as lucky, or let's just say there's somebody out there who's having a hard time, not convincing, but just explaining what it is about what they're doing so they could maybe get to this point where Genie's at, right? Like what would you say to somebody out there who's struggling with that and maybe trying to, you know, like you did it, Jeremy, to Genie, right? You kind of, or somebody had that connection where they were able to do it, but maybe somebody out there is struggling with that.
We kind of did it together. I wouldn't say I gave it to her.
I mean, because I wasn't really into like holding reptiles. I always liked looking at them,
right?
But I just was not comfortable. But I noticed on my end now, I can say it was because of education. I didn't know about the reptiles enough. You know, I was always afraid that they were going to bite or whatever.
Right.
You know, obviously that can happen at any time, but
knowledge,
I realize now.
Knowledge is power is what you're saying. The whole idea of you understanding more is what made it easier for you to get into. But now you're all about it. Like this is your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
And as far
as I think your question, I don't know if this is the answer, but the geckos, they have different genes and different combos and stuff like that. That's her baby. Like I don't get involved with the pairings and all that. So that's like her thing. And that's like her project. And I think that helps a lot. If I was in there and, you know, trying to do stuff too and not letting her run that show, then I think it probably wouldn't be as good as it is. But
so
she has like her.
You guys stay in your lane.
Room.
You guys stay in your own lanes is what you guys
kind
do.
of, yeah. Like I kind of come up with the pairings here. You know, of course I tell her, you know, I think I want to do this with that. And she's like, oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Or sometimes he'll be like, I have this female, who should I pair? And I'll be like, oh, what about this snake? And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. So, you know,
but I think her having like control 100% on something that she's really passionate about helps. If that's
and that's the ornates too. I do the ornates.
Yeah, well, those are it's pairing those.
No, but I mean like the care and everything. That's all.
Let me say.
Hey, did they get the mics up by the way?
Did what? Yeah, the likes are hella respectable. We're good.
Did they get those lights up?
Huh? Did we what?
No,
you're good, Jeremy. You're good. What'd you say?
Frozen up or something.
There we go.
What'd you say, Jeremy?
It was frozen.
No,
I said, did we ever get those likes up or what?
Yeah, the lights are hella up. You're good. Awesome. Thank you.
Yo, real quick.
Okay.
I agree with everything you guys were saying. You giving your wife her angle, I think it just put everything, you know, on turbo. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing the same thing now with Lisette and the Cresteds. I only have one animal I picked myself for me, but that's her baby too, man. You know, so yeah, Genie, that you also inspired us when it came to Lisette's role in the business as well.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, epic guys. This has been an amazing. This has been an amazing podcast. I do have hot seat questions before I let you guys go. If you guys are cool with that, And the way this is going to work, since Genie hung out the whole time, she's going to answer her own question she's going to answer her own answer to the question. And you guys can't look at each other. You can't look for assistance or what are you going to go with? No, it's right here. Me and Emilio and the 70 people tapped in right now. And we just need these answers to these hot seats. You ready for what?
Yeah, we're breaking up a little bit here.
Okay, do me a favor real quick, guys.
Yeah, it's a little choppy, so
do me a
we'll
favor.
try to do our best with the
Exit out and come back in. Let's just take care of this right now. Exit out and come right back in. I'm going to kick you guys out. Come right back in. It's going to go to that link I sent.
Okay.
Hot seat questions can't be too chopped up.
I got a question for you, bro.
What's up?
What's your wife's favorite species you have?
I mean, overall, like not even snakes, just everything. She likes them. She likes Mac Dre and Alice. Those are her babies.
The lace hunters.
Yes, the lace monitor. Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys back?
That's much better there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better.
Right.
Yeah, it's getting really bad there for a minute.
It's all good. I mean, shit. Sometimes it happens after an hour and a half or so. Just like the connection kind of gets laggy, but it's all good. We're here. Hot seat questions, and you guys heard what I said, right? You guys have to answer your own and not look at each other. Cool.
Yep.
All right, guys. Likes are up. I appreciate it so much. But here we go. Hot seat questions for Jeremy and Genie. Bauds Exotic Reptiles. Ready? Is that a yes?
You broke up.
It's choppy again, man.
It froze, and we didn't hear anything.
All I hear was,
Can you guys hear me?
Can you
hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we can. Yeah.
Frozen Thought are live.
Now we can.
Turn that off.
Damn, bro. This is why you always
not
gotta
Are
go.
we freezing?
Damn, right on the hot seat
You're
question.
moving that computer.
Well, I'm
but
trying to get better signal.
Who has an iPhone? Who has a phone over there? Any of you have a phone?
Here.
He
Go,
does.
go on your
You're
phone.
on
Go,
there.
Yes.
click on the link
right.
on that phone, and never use a laptop on a podcast ever again. I love you guys. Come back on that. Come back on your phone. I say that, man. Your phone is the best fucking solution for a live stream podcast. I'm telling you right now, guys. Don't use your MacBook. Don't use your fucking tablet. Don't use your fucking phone. I'm telling you right now. And ditch the AirPods. Your AirPods suck. Fuck.
You haven't seen me use AirPods anymore.
No, you don't need to. You're trying to look fucking cool, dude. I get it. Fucking cool AirPods, man. Shh, fucking they suck. Knock it off. You don't look cool either. Sorry, going too hard. Listen, hot seat questions.
I got a good one for him.
You gonna save it?
I gotta think of one for Genie now.
Oh, so you're gonna individual. You're gonna give him an individual hot seat?
Well, nah, don't worry. I'll just hit Jeremy.
Okay. Well, no, it has to be. You have to involve both of them.
Well, then she can answer too.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. If they come back, I hope they come back. Well, listen. Either way, man, you got to say it's very inspiring when you see a couple like duo in the game like this, and they're obviously not the only ones. I mean, there's people out there who bring their wives to the show, and I love seeing that shit, man. Like that's kind of like I admire couples like that because that's what furthers everything in the reptile industry, I would say, right?
And building buildings, goddamn.
Yeah, he's like, I built this, I dug it out, and all sorts of shit. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's great. Oh, here he is. He's oh, yeah, they're here.
They're
Way
There
better.
we go.
All right, can you guys hear us? He still can't hear us.
I heard an echo. Get the laptop off.
It's all good. You guys there? Can you guys hear us?
It's turned off.
The laptop's off.
No, but can you hear us?
Maybe we should
Yes,
go
we can
outside.
hear.
No,
Yeah,
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
now
all right. Hot seat questions ready?
Yep.
All right.
Frozen Thought or live?
Live.
Frozen thawed.
Why would you
Wow.
say frozen?
Because
Hey.
I hate that.
That's
I
fine.
hate 5 feet.
No,
It's what we do.
Oh, we
No,
did
no,
frozen
that was your
thawed
answer.
a
You
couple times.
cannot pressure her to
Remember-
answer. You cannot pressure her. She said Frozen Thought. We have to
She's
continue.
lying.
No, she's not. She
No.
said
She's
it.
a liar.
Not lying.
Oh my
No,
God.
Jeremy, you're being a bully, buddy. And trust me, I know what being a bully's
Yeah,
like.
you-
Okay. Hey, right, hey, A cut or no cut?
Egg cut.
Dude, Jeremy's cheating, bro. You gotta say it. Don't look at her. red chondro neo or yellow chondro neo?
Don't hold back.
All right, I'm good. I'm sorry. Red.
I didn't hear the question.
Red chondro or yellow chondro? I know these questions. All I heard was red and yellow, and I knew what the question was. Maybe we should step outside. Maybe
Yeah, let's step outside. I'm gonna turn off our.
At least this whole episode wasn't like this. I mean, at least this happened towards the end. You gotta admit. Let me know when you guys can hear me. Okay.
You're good now.
All right. Yeah, now we can.
Okay. Now you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Pre-first shed meal or post-first shed meal?
Post.
Yay imports or boo imports?
Yay.
Yay.
Depending on the species.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
To spray or mist a ball python, or to never spray and mist a ball python?
Spray and mist.
Spray. Miss.
Yay sports or boo sports?
Boo.
Wow.
Well, it depends. Are we playing or watching?
Are you a fan of sports or not?
No.
Well, I like playing, but I don't like watching.
Steak or fish?
Steak.
Combo.
Nope.
I told you, Jeremy's special, bro.
I'll go with fish, man.
All right. You can
Go
save
with
yourself. You can save yourself right now, Jeremy. Okay. Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
Van Halen.
Van Halen.
My man, you're all good, bro. You added right back up. You're good. Okay. Favorite genre of music?
I guess I'm pop.
Pop.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Everything. I listen to everything, man. Everything except for like new country.
So okay, West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
Tupac, wherever he's at.
Okay. All right. We're towards the end. Here we go. Little word association. Just say the first thing that comes to mind when I say this word. You guys ready?
Hey,
Yes.
Milk.
Duds.
Chocolate.
Substrate.
Cocoa.
Snake.
FedEx
Snake.
shipping.
What was it?
FedEx shipping
FedEx
is great.
shipping.
That's all we have.
Live animals.
Vending.
Awesome.
Fun.
Stuck shed.
Oh no.
Peel that shit off.
First time ball python breeder from COVID.
That one threw me off a little bit. I guess we'll see you later.
Okay. Emilio's bonus hot seat question for you guys. He's gonna end it with his bonus. Go ahead.
Listen, I want a definitive answer. Okay.
Pink wig.
Okay.
Monsoon or DG, you have to keep one.
Ooh.
Oh, DG.
No,
Thank
I'd
you.
say monsoon, man.
Wow.
I
Holy
knew you'd say that.
damn. Damn. Hey guys, listen. You hung tough. This was a great podcast. We just had shy of 90 people tapped in tonight. So what do you have to say to everyone in here, showing you mad love and support, and just really kind of wanted to see you guys do big things in the hobby?
We appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate all you guys out there. Love all you guys out there. And
Without the support, we wouldn't be here today.
exactly, yeah.
100%. Well, listen, this
And
won't
if
be
you
the
see
only-
me at show, don't forgive me if I forget your name because I'm bad with names. But give me a hug.
Hey, Jeremy, are we gonna do dinner after Tampa Saturday or what?
I think, yeah, Steve and them go to what's that place called? Tibby's on Saturday. We all meet out there. That's a pretty good place. Weren't you out there with us
It's
before?
New Orleans food.
No,
Yeah.
no, but
It's really good.
we'll
Plan
go
it,
this
plan
time
it.
with you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
plan it. It's good there. It's
Well,
good
oh,
food. It's cool.
you guys have fun, okay? Fuck, I'll just stay over here and fucking.
Hey, no, I was inviting you too.
Come on,
Yeah,
MJ.
come on down.
Oh, okay, I'll pull up. I'm just kidding. All right, listen. Hey guys, enjoy the rest of your night. You guys are beautiful, and you guys will be back here for another round too. I'll tell you that much right now. But guys, please, everyone out there, go follow Bauds Reptile Exotics, and more importantly, give it up for these two, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wrap.
Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, guys. Hey, keep killing it. Really, you guys are inspiring. I love seeing this couple dynamic. It's just it makes me happy. So thank you guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
All right,
Thank
see ya.
you.
Thank you guys. They made it happen. I was really skeptical there at the end because goddamn, reception could get really, really spotty in Florida. I could see. I mean, Florida's I don't know, man. Your Wi-Fi was solid, but you're also inside your room. If you were inside your snake room or something, do you have solid internet out there or no? You do?
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah. We made it work at the end. I love them. They're great. They've really inspired me and Lisette. So yeah, they're great people.
You're always somebody to give the flowers when flowers are due, and I always knew who this dude was to you and his wife, and that's why when I was like, remember I told you I was like, "You ready?" and I surprised you who I was bringing on, and I love that. I love bringing people on that inspire you because you are someone who inspires others. So it always comes back full circle, right? Like there's always somebody inspiring that person, inspiring you, but that's why you hang around with people who are inspired. You know what I mean? Like I get it, people go through things, but if you're hanging around with someone who's just a negative Nancy or just always complaining, you're gonna get sick of it after a while.
There's enough negativity around us already. We don't need that shit.
Yeah, Brain, nobody got time for that shit. And also, too, man, we got animals to take care of. Like, let's be happy. You know what I mean? So, great episode. You killed it. Thank you so much, Emilio. What do you have to say to everyone who tapped in and enjoyed this episode tonight? And love seeing you be a part of it.
Thank you for supporting the fam. You know, thank you for supporting the Bauds, myself, and the trap.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Yep. Always, man. Looking forward to having you on next week. I have another good guest. And I don't want to spill the beans, but I'll tell you off the show who it's going to be. But more heat to come with Big E, Top G, a part of it. But do me a favor, please go give Emilio Villarino Reptiles on Instagram a follow. Come join the V Unit family. Come hang out with us on Sundays. But man, if you ever want to tap into some serious knowledge in the ball python game, this is your guy right here, man. Very welcoming, very cool, but just don't waste his time. All right. So guys, do me a favor. Like I said, enjoy this guy. Thank you so much, Emilio. Have a good night. I'll catch you here next time. Give it up for my boy, Emilio Villarino, ladies and gentlemen. All right, dog. Did he just leave? I was clapping for him. He just took off. Wow. It was like he was eager to leave. Just kidding. All right, listen. Thank you, everyone out there. Hung out with us in the Bauds and Villarino. Had a great time. Hit that subscribe button. It helps me. I have goals that I'm trying to hit at the end of this year. And if you want to help me succeed these goals, then hit that subscribe button. I'm trying really hard to hit 10K. It was a big goal of mine at the beginning of the year, and I'm right there. So yes, if you want to help me attain that goal, it would really mean a lot. Thank you so much. But just by simply watching, thank you so much as well. Means a lot by you just coming for the guests and showing them love and showing them support, because this is kind of what inspires. This is what fuels the fire. You know, we all have fuel within us, but we got to spark that shit. And so a lot of you guys don't understand how much it means to the guests when you just come up and show them love and watch them. So thank you. Appreciate it. Also, Thursday night, we have a big show. Okay. Well, let's not skip the Thursday. We do have Tuesday, Tree Monitor Tuesday, which is going down tomorrow night. My boy Parker from Parker's Park, who's been on fire breeding multiple species of tree monitors like a player. So we're going to be tapping in with him tomorrow night, my boy Cody, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But then Thursday, since we got a bunch of ball python people who watched the show tonight, Thursday, man, oh man, we're going to talk more about this ball python market. And if we're dying, are we surviving? What are we doing? No, man, we're having fun. We're having lots of fun with the ball pythons. And Thursday night, we're going to show you guys how much fun people are really having working with ball pythons. Don't get caught into the hype. Like Will Morrow said, don't participate in the bloodbath. Don't be a part of a bunch of little negative, sad people not happy with their shit. Nah, there's people out there who are really happy working with what they're working with. And Thursday night, it's all going down. All right, co-host, look who my co-host is. All right, Justin Kabelka, co-host for this Thursday night. What do you know? Can't wait. And we're obviously one of my sponsors, Shelby, MERSHON MORPHS, coming back to the trap. It's going to be a great time. Can't wait. Also, if you're looking for exclusive content, if you like to support what I do more than just watching episodes, if you want to get more behind the scenes, if you want to really tap in and market yourself with some longevity keepers, go down to the very first link in the description below, click on it, and join the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord, taps you in with over 180 trappers, and that number is going up. Thank you so much. I love the support. Really love it. I'm blessed. It's a wrap, guys. Episode 407 in the book. books. Thank you so much, Jeremy and Genie. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you guys at the top, and I'm out.